daylight savings happened, and I'm still so goddamn tired. Welcome. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lori. I just read a lot of books and then I talk about them. Um, Somehow I'm surprised every month that the time keeps going because I'm shocked that it is November. It's November 4th currently, and my mind can't wrap itself around it. Okay, I figured I would start this vlog off by talking about what I'm reading. I'm currently in the middle of two books. I was reading one, got about halfway through, and then went to the library. And I always feel like I need to read my library books first because there's a deadline to it. So, let's talk about what I'm reading. The first book I was reading that I have mixed feelings about this book is The Luminous Dead by Caitlin Starling. This book is about a woman who goes into a cave system. She's trying to it's kind of a mystery as to what she's actually doing there. She has one handler that is leading her through the caves and is trying to make sure she has all of her resources and things like that. And this is supposed to be like a thriller horror book, but I am pretty far into the book and nothing really that scary has happened. The first half of the book is kind of learning about what is really happening down in this cave and learning more about her handler and kind of having a romance between the two. Like, it kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. Anyway, the person who's in charge of her is called M, and she is slowly revealing what the real reason is that this person is down there. And I don't know how to pronounce the main character's name, or else I would tell you how her name too. I don't know. I tried looking it up and it didn't help. This book so far has not been very scary. The most fear, not even fear, the most creepy that this has gotten is the main character has thought that she's seen somebody that she knew who was supposedly dead and had died like 9 years ago, and she thinks that she saw them in the cave. But that's about as scary as it's gotten. I thought this was going to be a book about multiple people being down there and kind of like a normal horror movie where they slowly get picked off until you have like a final girl. But no, this is just her by herself. There's a lot of climbing. She talks to Em a lot and is constantly mad at her, but is also thinking about how hot she is. And that's about it. I'll probably finish it just because I'm on page 255 and it seems a shame to DNF something when I'm that close to being done. And I still have hopes that this will get spooky. I am worried that it's not going to be. I think this is supposed to be more of a psychological thriller, is what I'm getting from this. And it's supposed to be her slowly losing her mind in the cave. And it's a little bit too slow burn for me. I just want a little bit more action, a little bit more scares, that kind of thing. Because if I'm going to read a horror novel, I want it to really go for it, you know? Okay, the next book that I got was Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I've read quite a few Maureen Johnson books before. I read 13 Little Blue Envelopes, and then she had a kind of horror mystery. I don't think it was a horror book, but it was kind of a mystery book about ghosts. I read it a really long time ago. The Shades of London series, that's what it was. And that actually got a little creepy on the second book, but I've always really liked her writing and I really liked her as an author, so I figured I'd pick up this one. This is like a mystery thriller, I think, where there is a special academy for exceptional students who each have like their own specialty. And the only way you can get in is by being invited. And if you get invited, you go there for free. It was built by an eccentric billionaire, and his wife and child go missing back in the 30s. Jumps between the current time and the 1930s, back when it seems like another student went missing, but that one isn't mentioned, so I don't know what happened there. But the main character is called Stevie. Her name is Stevie. She is a true crime person. She loves mystery. She loves Sherlock Holmes. She loves all mystery books, that kind of thing. And she is, it doesn't really mention why she was invited to this academy. Mostly, she kind of hints at the fact that she's there because they think that she could solve this mystery of the two missing people from the 30s. But as far as I'm aware, modern crime happens as well, where somebody goes missing or somebody dies or something like that. So whoever is the person that was responsible for the missing people back in the 30s is now a is now back in modern time, and she's trying to basically solve all of it. So it seems more of a mystery novel, but I don't know how creepy it gets. I heard it was kind of a thriller, so I'm hoping it gets kind of creepy because I need something creepy after this book. Something that one was disappointing. This is why you live in Utah. The mountains.
If you can get past the religious oppression,
yeah,
and the lack of booze, it's really pretty.
Yeah. Rosie, it's over here.
Rosie, right here. Look at Kitty.
Did you miss it?
Oh,
Oh.
are you victorious, Rosalind?
This film bug murder?
I think you just filmed bug murder. Did you?
She's like, no, my kill.
You're eating? She ate it.
Ew. Rosie, you're gross. Oh, Coop's invested. Coop, you missed it all. She's like, I heard you just ate a bug. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, my little killer.
Okay, let's talk about Truly Devious. This side by Maureen Johnson. I'm almost done. I only have about not even 100 pages left. And I think it's pretty clear that this is the beginning of a trilogy, because I feel like when it's the beginning of a trilogy, they really take their time explaining the world and things like that. And she spends most of her time... Oh, got a stutter there. She spends most of her time getting acclimated to the school and kind of things like that, and meeting all of these new people. And so it's not really much about the mystery when it starts off. Like, it took about halfway through before the second mystery hits, where someone dies. And also, the other thing that bothers me about this book, and not like a lot, but she is very dedicated to the police. Because she wants to be a part of the FBI when she gets out of school. And so when the cops tell her, hey, don't tell anybody anything, she's like, okay. And then her friends are like, what's going on? Is something happening? And she's like, I can't tell you. Which is like the opposite of any teen mystery book I've ever read. She also... this book really holds your hands when it comes to detective things. Like, they kind of assume that you don't know anything about the police. Like, you've never watched CSI or anything like that before. So it kind of really holds your hand on that kind of thing, which I find unnecessary, because I don't think teens aren't stupid. But overall, I think it's a pretty good book. I am really interested to see if either of I assume one of the murders is going to be solved at the end of the book. I assume that the older one is probably going to be the one that drags throughout the three books, but I don't know. I was hoping this would be a little bit more thrillery, but no, it just seems like a classic mystery at the moment. Nothing creepy has happened, so far it's pretty good. I wish it was a little less hold your hand, but what can you do? Anyway, I think I'm gonna see if I can get some other clips. We're gonna go antiquing maybe this weekend, which is a hobby that I never thought I would get into. But it was one my therapist actually suggested a couple of years ago, and then we kind of just fell into it. So we may go see some antique stores, so if we do, it'll be somewhere in here. Cats really want the balloons that are out there. Apparently someone's 27. They want those balloons. Oh! Oh, it scared Coop. Oh! I got something very fun in the mail today. Here's one of them, at least. It's Spice Girls. I mean, How could you not love that? Was a huge fan of the Spice Girls when I was a kid, and these are these little Legos of them. How cute is that? We're gonna build some. I'm not gonna film the whole thing because I don't like being watched like that. So, yeah, I'll maybe film some of it. I made so much progress. I'm doing well. I don't know how I feel about the eyes. They're haunting. And also a little crazy the way I put them. That's not normal. Okay, let me fix that real fast. Nope, it's not happening. And Posh Spice is also half bald. Things are going well. I've completed another one. I think I'm gonna do them in the order I'm saving the best one for last, at least in my opinion. So I went with Posh Spice, then Sporty Spice, and then I think I'm gonna do Scary Spice next, then Ginger, then Baby, because Baby was my favorite when I was a kid. I don't know why. I was obsessed with her. So yeah. They also have these little pink bricks in the middle of them that just makes me think it's supposed to be their brain, which kind of freaks me out a little bit. But yeah, she's got a little microphone, she's got a little headset. It's very cute. A little weird, because their faces are kind of odd, but yeah. There's 3 of them now. Ah, look how cute her dress is. A little leopard print. I love it so much. I think next I'm gonna do Ginger Spice, and then I'll end with Baby. Yeah. I have created another. There are many now. Yes. Okay. Can you even see that? You can see me. Hi. Let's see if we can film this. And they're done. They're so cute. I love them so much. They're gonna be up here on my desk. Up here. And hopefully they don't fall off when I hit the desk. Oh well. Have a little tiny book haul. I have 2 books. It's 2 books. It's not really a book haul. It's just a book acquirement. I just acquired some books. I went to a local bookstore, a little tiny bookstore called Marissa's Books, and this one I've actually already read. I read it in like 4 days. It's pretty chunky too, so usually it takes me forever to read these kind of books, but no, this time it was pretty fast. This is The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. This is a story. How do you explain this book? This book goes through a bunch of different timelines between the 50s and the 70s. It follows a family and a campground. They live near the campground and they own the camp. There in the timeline, their son goes missing when he's 8 and is never found. And then in the later timeline in the 70s, their daughter goes missing. And that's kind of the current mystery of what's going on. I heard somebody say that this was a thriller, but it really isn't. There's nothing thrilling about this. It's just a mystery book, but I thought it was really good. I'll talk more about it on my wrap up, but I gave it 4 stars. Oddly enough, it wasn't horribly paced, even though it keeps going back and forth between all of these different timelines. Like if you look, you can see all of these different timelines, and it goes back and forth between all of them. And you think that would make it more less interesting, that like some of them would not be as interesting as the others, but I actually found them all pretty interesting. I was never dreading going back to a certain timeline or a different time period. So it was all pretty interesting. I did not see the ending coming, so that's always fun. The next book that I got is Study in Drowning. Yeah, Study in Drowning by Ava Reid. I've read one other book by Ava Reid, Juniper and something, that I thought was just okay. So I'm giving this author another chance. This is just the dust jacket because I got the special edition. Look how pretty. Ah! It's even pretty on the inside. It's pretty on the inside too. I'm not one to usually get special editions, especially not just sprayed edges. I don't think they're very exciting. Just every book has sprayed edges these days, and it's not very exciting. But this one has books on the end. I couldn't help it. It's just so pretty, and I didn't even realize it was like this. But it was the only copy they had was the special edition, so I figured I might as well get it. This is a book about a girl who's in an architecture college, and she wanted to be in literature, but apparently they don't let women to the literature college, so she had to go with architecture. And she's in her first term. She has a favorite book series that is written by a man who died recently. Somehow she ends up at the author's estate. I'm not very far into it. I'm only in the beginning, and then she ends up meeting this kind of rival that she has. And it kind of goes from there. I like the quote on the back. It says, "But if fairies and monsters were real, so were the women who defeated them." So that intrigued me. I have a tendency to read books just as soon as I get them. That's why I have these TBRs with books that I haven't read in years, and I bought them years ago. I have been putting random clips in this video, and my wife took a video of us playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, which is a game I used to love when I was a kid, and we bought it for the Switch. And so here's a little bit of us playing it. She took like 15 minutes of it, and I ended up with like a minute and a half because I didn't want to bore anybody.
How about an aqua venture?
Oh, really? You're gonna go with the one that's punny?
Yeah, because it matches my acid pool.
You choose. Go swimming in acid or go on a ride.
Yeah.
Up to you.
Look at all these people.
83 people are in our park right now.
Satisfaction.
96%. You know what? I'll take it.
I wish it was 69, but I'll take it.
We could do worse, I guess.
What else?
Ooh, let's do the tornado.
Okay. Let's put that up. Okay, could you stop trying to place it?
Bum, bum, bum.
No, I want down. Stop it. These controls are not the best. Perfect.
Beautiful. We should make a picnic area.
Okay.
And by we, I mean you, and I will provide helpful suggestions.
Everything's kind of up front. So let's move it over here.
We can make a food court.
We'll make it a cobblestone path.
Okay.
Because I want this place to be as cursed as possible.
Must be cursed. Can we do the cowboy hat shop?
Yeah.
I feel like it goes really against the theme of the moon.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
Why is no one coming to my food? Oh!
People are coming. They just have to walk a long ass fucking way.
Well, they gotta get around the coaster.
Okay, I finished Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I finished it last night, and I want to say I would give it like 3 stars. I thought it was a pretty good beginning to a trilogy, but I want more. The mystery from the current time was solved at the end, but I think it was solved really quickly. Like either I was reading it too fast or it was just solved way too fast. And then there was a little bit of setup for the overarching mystery that it takes place in the 30s, and I thought it was really interesting. I'm really intrigued by the mystery from the 30s, so I think I'll probably pick up the next one. I don't know if I'm going to do it anytime soon, but yeah, I thought overall it was pretty good. I was kind of hoping that it would be a little creepier because there was a letter that was given to the police, or was given to the rich man that opens the school. His family goes missing, and he's given a letter that's basically cut out of newspaper, kind of the old school serial killer kind of thing. And then in the current time, she kind of sees something similar projected onto the wall of her bedroom, and I thought that was gonna give it kind of like a creepy vibe to it, but nothing really happened with that. So I'm hoping it goes a little deeper into that in the second book, so I'll probably pick it up. I think this is a trilogy, so yeah, I'm really interested in it. Also, can we talk about the blanket that I'm wearing, because it's so cold in Utah right now? This morning, it's scraping off your car weather season. It's terrible. I hate it. But it's got little cows on it. It's so cute. It's a blanket that my parents used to have, and then I stole from them. So it's been in my family for a while. So it is surprising that it looks so good. Okay, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to do a wrap up this month, just because I've only read 3 books. They were pretty hefty books. They were almost 500 pages each. Well, maybe not even that long. Maybe I'm just bad at reading. So I don't know if I'm going to save it and do it at the end of the year, or if I'm going to just give you 3 books and, I don't know, tell you what I feel about them. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. Let me know if you want a video, even if it's just 3 books. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and bye.